Hey guys, Brandon Woolham hanging out here in Nashville with our friends Goldpine. How are you?
Doing good. Thanks for having us.
Yeah, so I've got to do some stuff with you in the past, but now we have an entirely new audience that has no clue anything about Goldpine. So let's start there. Talk to us a little bit about what this duo is.
Yeah, we're a husband and wife duo, and we've been married for 15 years and doing music together for, I guess, like 16 years in some way.
Some way, yeah.
Yeah, and we do music full time. We travel all over the U.S., and we call our music kind of like Americana, but really our music embodies storytelling and songs that come from the heart. We write about things that have happened to us or that we've been through, a family member's been through, and we just try to be as transparent and open and honest about our lyrics and our life through our music.
Yeah, I love Americana, but sometimes when people hear Americana, they think that music's going to put me to sleep if I listen to it. This is not put you to sleep Americana. This is high energy Americana music.
Aggressive Americana.
There's such a range of styles and feels in Americana right now.
Mm-hmm.
It's just kind of a catch-all for if you don't fit in any of the other genres, you can be
Then you fit.
Americana.
Yeah, once country music became not country music, we had to create Americana to have a spot for those folks.
Exactly right.
Yep.
Yeah, so new album going to be out sometime this summer called 3. I'm guessing the number 3 means this is the third album, right?
Yeah.
That's it. That's
Good guess.
Yeah.
This will be our third album out, and we've just named them 1, 2, and now this is 3, and we're going to do that until we're dead.
Well, that eliminates a struggle that some artists have. They get all the music finished, like, what do we call the album? Which song?
Right.
So that helps with that.
We'll never have to stress out about that.
And people will never not know if they don't have one of our albums.
Yeah.
That is very true.
But the other day, a fan told us, they said, you know what you should do? The next album you should name 5. And then everybody would be like, wait, what happened to 4? And you'd just be messing.
Could be marketing genius.
Yeah. I was like, okay. Interesting.
Or disaster. We don't know.
Or
So you try
disaster,
it.
yeah.
So hanging out here in Nashville with all the songwriters, a lot of the stories I get from songwriters, the songs are written about their spouses from sometimes negative experiences. How does writing as a duo here, as a husband and wife, how does that affect the songwriting? Because I'm guessing you don't write negative songs about each other.
Let's see. I mean, like she mentioned, we're writing about, personal experiences we've gone through, pains, losses, joys. And we've written a lot of the records together.
Mm-hmm.
This record, I've started writing a little bit more on my own. But yeah, we came from 2 different complete backgrounds. She's from Alabama, which is one of the songs, Alabama Born, from a very eclectic mix of music. And I came from Iowa and knew nothing about country music until I moved to Nashville. And to get those 2 backgrounds together to write something and to create a style took a while, but we like what's happened.
Yeah, when people finally get to hear all the songs that are on this new album, what's the one you just can't wait for them to give a deep listen to and listen to those lyrics?
Oh, lyric-wise, let's see. For me, it would be the song "Love Is," which hasn't even. Well, I don't even know when that's coming out as a single.
I figured you'd say that one.
Love Is. It's just, thinking about love and what that really means to us and how we define that. It's just such an interesting topic for me over the past 10 years, and we kind of explore that in that song.
Yeah, and for me, I mean, I'm excited about a lot of them, but the one that was personally really exciting for me was our first single that came out, and it was a duet with me and Radney Foster. And so I just have grown up being a big fan of him, and we've got to tour with him a little bit the past couple of years, and then wrote the song with him. And I just remember watching him on CMT and like loving his songwriting and his voice, and now he's our friend. And so I was really excited to get to do a duet with him and have that release. It's unlike anything else on our album because it really leans into my country side, and Radney is really country. And so when we're at our live shows, I'm like, Ben, do you think you could sing Radney's part? And he's like, I'll do the best country that I can.
Which is not the greatest, but I do that again.
It is good.
We got a couple of performances from you here in the studio here today. Let's talk about those songs, kind of the story behind each of those.
Yeah. So one of the songs we did, It's called Alabama Born, and I'm from Alabama. And it's just a very honest song about me, about my upbringing, where I'm from. Just like that whole push and pull of loving where you came from, but couldn't wait to get out of there. But it'll always have a sense of home in your heart. And that's what formed you and brought you to where you are. And it's the makeup of who you are. And so I'm proud to be from Alabama, but yeah, it's a song about me.
And then we had one more song you guys did. Was that Stumbling Stone?
Stumbling Stone. That's the last song on the upcoming record 3. Mm-hmm. And it's a song we've had for a long time that we end almost all of our live sets on, that song. Ooh. And the Stumbling Stone is one of my favorite metaphors in scriptures. As a lot of people probably know, Jesus is called the stumbling stone the builders rejected. And I always was so curious about that, what that meant and how that applies to us. And it's just like this negative connotation of Jesus when you see so many positive things about him. And I realized that the people who stumbled over him were the people that were trying to do things on their own and to be their own savior. And they stumble over that idea until they're broken enough to realize they have to reach out for God's grace. And grace is one of the most powerful things you could ever come across. So that's a little bit of my journey there.
Yeah. Looking at the tour dates, if folks are in Texas these next few weeks, the whole month of May, it looks like Goldpine is going to be going all over Texas. What are the tour plans for the rest of the year? Are we going to get to see you outside of Nashville a little bit?
Yeah, a lot. We'll hardly be in Nashville, actually.
Yeah, this was rare.
Texas, yeah. We're doing some May dates there. I'm trying to think. That's the beginning of a 3-month tour where we're heading west.
I just didn't expand all the dates. I figured it's
right
there.
No.
So we're heading west through New Mexico, and all up California.
Oh, wow.
And then ending in Montana for a festival that we play every year, Red Lodge Songwriting Festival. Yeah. And that's not even the end. We're going to the Midwest where my family lives in Iowa and the Midwest area. So it's a long
It's going to be the longest run we've gone on. And we travel in our ProMaster van that been converted into a tiny home. And so home is where you park it, and it's normally at your local Walmarts and your Pilots and Flying J's. But it's a lot of fun, and I'm grateful that we can do what we love and use the gifts God gave us and go out there and just share music. It's a lot of fun.
Yeah.
It's exhausting, but it's awesome.
Yeah. We'll be on the lookout for those tour dates, and then the album should be dropping sometime this summer, maybe June, July, right?
Yeah.
Album number 3 from Goldpine. Be looking for it.